Ladies and gentlemen, a black man went to an unemployment office near his home. And you know how sometimes you will get to, a business a little early. So what he did, he signed himself in when he got there, but he decided to go back and just sit in his car until they opened. Well, some white woman at a dental office across the parking lot from where he was called the police and said it was a black man in the parking lot with a gun. He had no gun. This goes back to they just don't have the ability to mind their own business. Always calling the cops over a bunch of nothing. I thought we were such big criminals. Well, how come every time these Karens make these phone calls, there's no criminal activity going on? I just find that interesting. We're the big criminals, but every time these Karens come around, there's no criminal activity going on. I see a consistent pattern. So this is USA Today, September 5th, 2020. But this incident, ladies and gentlemen, actually happened in August. It is now hitting social media at this very moment. Ohio woman falsely called police on black man using his phone, said he was carrying a gun. There was no gun found. And she didn't see no gun either. She's full of shit. On August 13th, Darren Cooper was at Ravenna for the first time. A Hudson resident who works in Summit County said he was at Portage County Job and Family Services Building parking lot off South Chestnut Street at 9 a.m. Training meeting. Cooper got into the building early, signed in, and went back to sit in his car. It was around 8:47 a.m. He was drinking tea and talking on his cell phone. I don't know anybody talking on a gun. Okay, he's talking on a cell phone, so that means he's got that cell phone in his hand. Who do you know is talk to a gun? They sit in it. I don't know. Some of you deranged MFers probably do that. When the Ravenna cops pulled into the lot, he said he initially didn't think anything of it. Summit County has police officers at the building he works in, he said. So he didn't think anything was wrong until the fourth officer rolled up. And he has to be Captain Save a Life, right? Put your hands up, put your hands up. Nope, no other cop was doing that. No other cop was doing that. This fourth cop came and he's trying to be, I don't know, I guess he think he's on some cop show or something. He shows up all dramatic and over the top. All right, so the fourth cop came. That was when the police came to his car yelling, "Put your hands up!" So you're not going to talk to anybody. You're not going to investigate. You're not going to do anything. You just kind of come in there like you on the show Chicago or something. A woman had called the Ravenna Police Department from a dentist's office across the street and said a man was sitting in a black Mustang with a gun. Now, how did she see that from way across the street? She didn't see that, y'all. She's full of crap. She didn't see that. The Record Courier, part of USA Today network, could not verify her identity. No, she should be charged with a hate crime. She should be charged. Cooper does have a concealed carry weapon permit, but he wasn't carrying a gun at the time. All he had in his hand was a cell phone which he was using, and he was talking on speaker. So when these cops came up, he was talking on speaker. Cooper was the only black man in the parking lot in a Mustang. He says he doesn't understand how the caller would have seen a gun in his hand. She didn't see no gun. She didn't see no gun. She made that shit up just to get the cops out there. She didn't see no gun from way across the street. The caller identified his car as black when it is dark gray. She did not identify him as a black man, but she did identify his car. But if you don't know the exact color of my vehicle, how do you know I had a gun? Cooper questioned. And he's right. Okay, her eyes could not figure out the color of the car, but she saw a gun. She's not even credible. She's not credible. Cooper, though, was angry after the incident and felt angry still after watching the videos of incidents released to him by the Ravenna Police Department. I am happy to be able to share this story because my wife almost lost a husband and my kids almost lost their father over someone who thought I had a gun, but it was my iPhone. And the person did not have the correct color of my car, Cooper said. When someone's life is on the line, as mine clearly was, attention to detail of the utmost importance. In the 911 call, the woman does not seem certain that what Cooper was holding is a pistol. They should have just hung up on this. Let me go on. They should have hung up on her ass. I really believe he was holding a pistol, she said at one point in the call, and later said, I'm pretty darn sure it's a pistol. You didn't even get the damn color of the car right. Mm-mm-mm. Wow. The police officer who responded to the call had at least two guns holstered, according to police videos of the incident. Captain Jake Smallfield, a spokesman for the Ravenna Police Department, said he reviewed all the videos from the incident and thought everyone was professional during the incident. He said, police have to check out tips on guns. Yeah, but you had one drama king show up there, on your police force. We want people to tell us if they see, or in this case, if they feel they see somebody with a gun, which she didn't see. She made that up on the phone call. She didn't see no gun. From way across the street, she saw a gun. This bitch is lying. Okay, back to this. We will, of course, investigate all of those complaints, Smallfield said. Cooper said he wanted to pursue charges, but Smallfield initially said he did not plan on filing charges against the woman. Well, she should have charges on her. She should. She falsified a phone call to the police department. We would not in any way try to discourage people from calling us with tips such as that, Smallfield said. You don't want to discourage people from lying on phone calls? You should be discouraging that. Okay. We teach it in school. If you see something, say something, but she didn't see anything. That's the thing. She fabricated some bullshit on the phone. And she was not even anywhere near him. She was across the street in a totally different building. We rely heavily on tips. Cooper said Friday that he had spoken to Smallfield again after Smallfield spoke to the Record Courier, and Ravenna police had sent a detective to speak with the caller. So they knew who she was. Generally, he said, when the police department does file charges for making a false report, the person has called between 15 or 20 times in a single night, which disrupt police services. So what? So what? You can't charge a person for one phone call? Why does it have to be an astronomical amount of calls before you act? That doesn't make any sense. Smallfield said Ravenna police have a new standardized policy for bias in policing, and we are working with the Ohio collaborator, um, a standard for police department. All right, so they're trying to come up, I guess, with some kind of policy for these bogus ass phone calls. They don't sound like they have one in place at this time. So I'm going to go ahead and play this video so you can watch it from USA Today.
Recording. Put your hands up for us. Yeah. Tell you why we're here. All right, why don't you step out the vehicle for me? Eighteen four. Oh, correction. Sigma 7. Charles Ocean Paul Zebra George Tom COOPZGT. Yeah. Relax. Just sit down and relax. Just. Okay. It was your phone that you was. iPhone. I have two phones. I have a flip phone, a cell phone, and I have an iPhone. Personal. I'm not sure. You can check. Like I said, I can look at this. Somebody said somebody walked across. Someone seen and looked over and said, "Sky and Mustang was waving a gun around." Yeah, I got it. And no, and we, the one officer pulled in and said, "It looked like you had a phone. You're talking on your phone." I was talking to speaker. Okay. Instead of, I don't like people about that. I was talking to speaker. I do a lot of phone calls and different things. Yeah, it was somebody in the business. They saw. Yes, we are. Oh, great. Okay. Yeah, so I know that's my first time out here. I work in Africa. Okay. Yeah, I saw y'all coming up in front right here. So, I saw you had this thing. Oh, I let you all know I have a CCW too, but I don't have it. You don't have your gun with you. Okay. You have your ID on you by any chance? It's in the car. Okay. Yeah, when he's done. All right. Your ID's in here? No, it's in the armrest right here. It's up there. 18-4 and 0. Robert Tom 849-798. RT 849-798. Thank you, Darren. Yep. Like I said, sorry to startle you. All right. Okay. Yeah, someone called. Get a call like that, we gotta. Okay. Did think that? Okay. Oh, you're you're all set. All right. Yeah. As soon as you said that, I said that's a phone.
Yeah. So there you go, y'all. Some asshole calling in. And no, the bottom line is I don't care what anybody say. When you falsify a phone call, your butt should be charged no matter what state you're in. That's the way it should be. As long as they don't put laws in place against this. Now, some states have, but it's still not enough. This should really be nationwide. And as long as they are not putting measures in place to start charging these people for falsifying phone calls, it's going to continue. You know, just some stupid woman, instead of doing her job where she was, or attending to her business at the dental office, she's going to look out the window and call the police at somebody, and on top of that get the description of the car wrong. So there's her credibility right there. You don't have the color of the car right, but we supposed to believe that you saw a gun. You don't get your butt out of here. But y'all, please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.